Well, hey you sexy little thing! To what do I owe the honor of you checking out this video? Well, I want to go ahead and start this video off by saying that, full disclosure, the developer of the game that we are looking at currently, Road Redemption, gave me a copy of their game to try out, I guess, or beta test, or or whatever the hell early access is supposed to be these days. So I guess that you know now that you can't really trust anything positive I have to say about this game because I got it for free. But the reason we're here today is to obviously have a look at Road Redemption, which is sort of a spiritual sequel to the Road Rash series, made famous primarily on the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive for you higher brow folk. And if you haven't played Road Rash, unfortunately we can't be friends anymore. So, if that's the case, you'll need to have your poly friendship card ready to be returned by the end of this video. And we'll get you all sorted out, and don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. But I figured that who better to look at a game featuring motorcycle racing than me? I mean, I just retired from a prestigious 23-year career as a motorbike driver person. And I figure I'm obviously the best person to have a look at any game that has to do with the experience of riding a motorbike thing. So, with that said, let's go ahead and hop into this bad boy. We're going to do a quick campaign. We're just going to go until we finish or we die. I don't know which is going to happen first. But, sort of explain this game. It's not your traditional kind of racing game. It is very much got a lot in common to do with the roguelike games we see coming out more and more these days. It's got persistence in that, at the end of every run, you die and you have to start over. And at the end of each run, you get experience to buy new upgrades so that you can carry on to your next playthrough. There's also another currency you get, which is money, which we'll discuss when we get to it here in a few moments. But for now, the game says we're starting at level 3. That must be a bug, because we're going to be starting at level 1. But we're going to start things off with a very simple race to start judging exactly how accurate this is to the experience. Everything about this game is randomly generated. You don't always have the same goals. You don't. You're not always racing the same tracks. And we start things off with a great blow to the head, and we start things off with a little hiccup here, which seems to happen every first playthrough. And I get whacked in the face. So far, things are very accurate, as you can see there. I deflected, which is why I'm glowing red. When you deflect shots in real life, you glow red. That's just the thing. And when you hit somebody with an axe, they blow up. So far, I'm really digging the accuracy. And hey, that was my dentist. I needed a new grill. There's not really much of a reason for us to worry too much about burning nitro on this track or trying to really go out of our way to do much other than maybe earning a bit of extra dosh to carry on to the next stage. All we have to do is beat the clock, and these missions are generally pretty easy. But the first thing I'll mention about this game is I'm really digging the sense of speed and the fact that I just face planted on the side of the road. It's a great feature of this game, I gotta say. The impacts, the sound effects, everything about it is just super punchy. The soundtrack is... I'm really digging the electronic tracks. The rock tracks, not so much. They sound a little tiny. I think that's a lot to do with just the mixing, the drums and bass. They're really anemic. We'll get back to that in a second. As you can see, this game moves very fast. So now we're going to get to the second level of currency that we have, which is money. You lose all when you die. All of the upgrades that you buy in this store are not carried to the next playthrough. So these are sort of like extra bonuses that you buy for the current playthrough. And sometimes you will get these missions where you get to decide which one you want to do, and attracting the police means, being as much of a violent dickhead as possible, which I am a big fan of. Or take out the trash. You have to take out rival gang members before time runs out. I think we're gonna go with attracting the police. And sometimes you also get the ability to start with a weapon. As you can see here, I can start with an Uzi or none. I don't see why I wouldn't take the Uzi. The axe is a little slow, and we're going to want a gun if we're going to be gunning down police and other people to get our star rating up. But here we are at the store. As it says up there, items and cash are lost when you die. These are temporary upgrades that only count for the current playthrough, and they include, you can buy some health restoratives, some nitro restoratives, which I haven't touched on yet. You can double the money you get for any current track. You can, increase the amount of health and stuff you get from taking out other riders and vehicles, up the experience of the entire playthrough when it's calculated at the end. It's just all of these fun little perks, and they add up over here on the left hand side. As you can see, I just bought ammunition up. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a heal because we've got the cash. We're going to make sure we get a little extra health from kills, and we're going to bring our attack damage up. And why not? Let's give ourselves some extra hit points while we're at it. And we're going to start this mission, and hopefully we can be enough of a dickhead to attract enough police as possible. Again, this won't be the same every time. The game is really good about varying up mission styles and making sure you're not doing too much of the same thing. There we go, and again, these riders falling off of their bikes after being shot dead. Pretty accurate to real life, I want to say. And again, that's me plowing my face into the back of a car. Again, very accurate to my experience. And wow, I'm doing really wonderful here. Fantastic! It says that I only need 4 stars, and it shouldn't be too hard to rack up that many stars by the time we get to the end of the track, which you can see at the bottom left is our progress. We're raising our police level pretty high. As you'll notice, the numbers popping out of me when I kill somebody, that is also very accurate to real life. When you shoot people with a gun in real life, you will get red, green, and blue and white numbers popping out of you. So I've got to really commend the team on their dedication to realism as it relates to motorbike racing things. There's a police car. I thought about going for it, but there's no way I could have shot him in time. Again, another fine part of motorbike racing is killing police. We did that a lot. It turns out that that's kind of illegal. And in the later years of my career, they started cracking down on that a little more. Little stringent penalties. Turns out you can go to jail for that now, weirdly enough. But it's clear that this game is not following the more modern rules of the sport. So we get to kill people with reckless abandon, and I'm digging that, I've got to say. So, I've exhausted all of the ammunition in my Uzi, so we're going to switch over to the AK, try to make this a little easier. Uzi and AK, pretty standard for the sport, I think. And again, we're just doing some amazing work here, I have to say. So as I was saying earlier about I guess the music? What was I talking? This game's really fast. It's hard to keep up sometimes. So, but yeah, I really like this game's sense of speed so far. It does a great job of being very arcadey. The bike is not really that difficult to handle. You are in complete control. It's kind of loosey-goosey, but at the same time, you're still very much in control of anything you're doing at any time. And wow, I did a great job of ramping over that police car. Come on, I need more people to kill. We haven't killed enough. Oh, this is sad. I'm genuinely sad that we only have 3 out of 4 stars and we are this close to the end of the track. So I'm just gonna, well, there we go. So we're just gonna have to axe our way and hope we can eke out. Come here, you. Fantastic. And we will also face plant into the front of a police car. I'm, yeah, really good at doing that, it turns out. I think we're only gonna get 3.5 out of, yeah, we got 3.5 out of 5. It's not the best we could have done. I'm not bloodthirsty enough, unfortunately. So, oh Lord. But, I'm really enjoying this game so far. Oh, and we're on level 3, and this is a mission where we have to defeat our rivals using only kicks and grabs. So I'm not going to be able to pull out any fancy guns or anything at this time, though I think I've already exhausted all of my ammunition. These missions are among some of the hardest to complete right now. The amount of people that you have to destroy seems to be a little unreasonable at times, but this is only 5, and we're going to try and do things in a way that I like to do them. Weapon kills don't count, so you cannot grab a dude and bounce his head off the handlebars, but what you can do, if I can get a hold of one of these little dirty motherfuckers, it's always fun. Come here, lovely. Is, let's just faceplant into the oncoming traffic. We get health back for doing it. You could easily just grab the guy and ride him into the car without killing yourself, but to me it's always, I guess I have way more fun wasting myself in the process, which is probably a bit of a time waster. Probably shouldn't be doing that if I'm looking to be playing in the Major League Gaming levels of Road Rash, Road Redemption. As you can see there, I did kill the guy without killing myself, but I ended up face-planting myself in the process, and we've only got 40 seconds to get a couple of more kills. So, let's do that. Again, you can see that I'm still hanging out at full health. So this should be... There we go. I gotta say, it cracks me up every time. It's such a ridiculously fun mechanic, and it feels really good when you pull it off the correct way. And I don't even know how I did that, but I'll take the win, and I'll take the cash. Not a problem. I apologize if my commentary is a little erratic for this game. It's just... It's very fast, and you've got to be paying a lot of attention to what you're doing. This is a mission where we need to take out rival gang members before the time runs out, and since this is level 4, I have a sneaking suspicion this is going to be one of my, I don't want to say least favorite mission types, but it may be a combination of goals that is harder than usual. We're going to go ahead and buy that extra life just to extend your pain of having to watch this. We're gonna take our attack damage up as well. Don't need much of anything else, so we're gonna go ahead and go into this bad boy. Welcome to the rooftop missions. These are a bit hard, especially when paired with having to take out other enemies, but as you can see, we have a grenade fucking launcher right now, which should make things a little easier if I could aim properly. Yeah, that's some really bad aiming on my part. Gonna have to increase our ability to aim if I am to... Oh my god, come on, really? Alright, we took out 2. I'm happy with that. Alright, things are starting to look up now. You also get jump jets for these missions, and I didn't really use them properly, but we're gonna hope we nailed it. Fucking yeah, I'm a boss. Check it out. There's no reason I shouldn't be on the Road Redemption Major League Gaming team. Not one at all. So, oh, that was real slick. These, and yeah, you can also blow yourself up with grenade launchers, it turns out. That is a thing. I think that's also, very authentic to real life. So you find yourself in possession of a grenade launcher, might want to be a little careful with it. There we go. And again, everything about this just feels so good right now. But as I keep trying to say, these rooftop missions take a little while to get used to, and they probably need a little more fine-tuning to help find the critical path that you want to take. But we managed to destroy ourselves and also finish the mission, so I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, the rooftop missions, you have a grappling hook, and you also have jump jets, and it all comes down to learning how to use those in conjunction with trying to race while also maybe having to fend off other bikers. And Lord, it's really hard. And we need to beat rival gang members. The waypoint, this is a simple race, and I'm going to take one of the most fun items in the game, which is the C4 explosive. And we've still got our grenade launcher from the previous stage. And we've got $3,080 in the bank to blow on whatever we want, but I don't really think there's much here we need, so we're going to go ahead and increase the amount of health we get from all sources, increase the cash we get, so that should help us quite a bit. There's also an option that'll pop up every now and then to convert your current cash into extra experience. You probably only want to do that if you're pretty sure, if you're about to quit, or you want to die, or whatever, or you think you're going to die and you want to squeeze a little bit more experience out of the current run so that you can upgrade to the more persistent parts of your playthrough. So we're going to go ahead and start this race, and if I'm not mistaken, I think this will be another rooftop mission, I want to say? No, it's not. Okay. But after you do a rooftop mission, the coolest shit, get to keep the jump jets, and it's the coolest thing, and it's not really helping us much speed-wise, but it's fun to use, and it's great at getting you out of predicaments where you're gonna fuck yourself. And I think we just bounced off of a car. So now we are in 9th. I'm gonna punch our nitro a bit. And wow. And I don't know why the 8th place car decided to just drive himself off the cliff, but I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna kick Dude Man out of my way, and I defeated him as well. Sometimes you just gotta, like, kick and pray and hope that you did it right. That was a slick little kick there. But we're gonna start farting around with C4 explosives. What you didn't see is him blowing up because I placed a C4 charge on his big fat ass. So we're now in 7th. We are about a third through this race. I see number 6 up there, and I am totally going to drive by this motherfucker. Later, dog! That is so damn satisfying! Oh, God. And just this, like I said, this crazy sense of speed still feels really good, and just look at things just flying fucking everywhere. It's nuts. This game is a physics showcase, which is probably the reason it's having a lot of, I want to say, like, performance issues at the moment, is because they're still trying to work out how to make their physics work, and not completely run the game into dog shit performance territory. I'm playing 2 levels down from the, oh dear. Yeah, I'm playing 2 levels down from the highest quality, and I'm also crashing to my death. But we're going to have plenty of time to get things sorted. I want to say it's just really terrible. Good lord. What am I doing? This is shit! Okay, we are completely out of nitro, but why not? We're going to blow up that car. I don't think you get... Yeah, okay, I'm not seeing a nitro bonus from just destroying random vehicles. Camera can be a little wonky at times too, as it seems, and I can see our 3rd place dude up there. I think we might be able to eke out a 2nd place victory here, but it's going to be close. Okay, and with that extra nitro, we're going to go ahead and punch it as much as we can in hopes of getting to at least 2nd. We're getting close to the finish line. I have no nitro, so I'm not sure I'll catch this guy later. And there's the 1st place, and we're so close. And we're going to nitro right past his dumb ass, and we can call that a sweet-ass victory. What do you say? Jump jets ahoy! Huh! a little more reactionary on the commentary than I thought it would be, but I hope you're also getting a general gist of what it's like to play this game, and I hope that I am explaining the systems in a way that makes sense. I know it's completely manic and insane, and I might not be making a lot of sense. So we need to take out more rival gang members before time runs out, AK-47 or the shovel. For these kinds of missions, I seem to have better luck with the guns. And I've also got my C4, and I still got an AK-47 in the top as my top weapon. So we're going to look for any chance we can get to up our ammo, and we have none. So what we're going to do is invest in some nitro, and I'm not seeing any nitro refills. So we're just going to go ahead and take the max nitro up. Some of the other, I guess, weirder and more riskier playthrough options you can choose to do. It's like the Midas Best. You're twice as vulnerable to damage, but you get 150% cash and experience gain, which is really good in the early going. It's risky, but you definitely put yourself at risk because I'm playing on a save right now that is... I've basically almost completed the entirety of the persistent part of the game at the end, when you'll see that when either I die or we finish the game. So we're gonna, but you do not start out this beefy. So we're gonna go ahead and go with some health gain up and nitro gain as well. So let's go waste some marble fackles. Can we please? And it's a rooftop mission, which is going to be a little hairy, but I think we got it in us. I think we can do it. There we go. Feels good every time. It really does. I really can't stress how good it feels to take out enemy by... Oh, well, yeah. I also think that falling off buildings, definitely killing you, that's pretty accurate to real life too, so you probably don't want to be falling off of buildings. Later, dog. I'm gonna... Okay, I thought I was gonna end up blowing myself up there, but I think with only 6 dudes left to kill and a minute 50, we're gonna be okay. Especially since I've got the safer option in having the C4 later. Okay, by virtue of being much slower than me, he will not die today. So we need to get closer. Okay, we got one. We're gonna fall, but it's okay. We'll be able to catch up. Not a big deal. We're gonna burn some nitro here. I guess we'll just burn it all to try and get closer, just to ensure that we have time to take out as many people as we can. I want to stay away from that dude because I nitroed him. Or I didn't nitro him, I C4'd him. I'll take you. And I am out of C4. That's fine. I'm still good at melee. I can do this. We got 3 dudes left. Gonna go with the ranged option, however. Get your ass back here. Damn. This is a little harder to aim than I thought it would be, but not a problem. We've got 2 dudes left and 36 seconds. I think we're gonna be fine. And that was slick as shit. You know it was. Go ahead. Admit it. I'm pretty fucking baller. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm gonna cheat and put me on the track. Which I'm not sure it has a penalty. It might be a very small penalty. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep it a little slow to catch this dude. We're getting real close now. Oh man, we might fail this. I might have failed. No, we managed to get the last dude in our sights. I'm happy with that. And we come out with... It's not an AK-47, so I guess they replaced the gun that I had since I already had an AK-47. So, I guess we're on to level 7 now? Or 6 or 7? What are we at? Okay, we're at level 7. I'm gonna go with more C4 explosives, dog. This is another race. And I think this is the part of the game where things start getting a bit crazy. You're going to start seeing some crazier things happening. I'm going to have to be relying on my jump jets a bit more. Things like that. I'm going to go ahead and ammunition up. Our nitro's looking good. Our health is fine. So, I'm not too worried about experience up right now since I'm so close to capping out on the persistent part of the game. So, let's just go cash gain up and, shit. Why not? Max health and max experience. We can't take both, so we'll just up attack damage for whatever reason. And we're gonna race. This is gonna be a fun little thing. I get to play with more C4. It's my favorite weapon. And we're gonna start things off and just keep it going. I think you get... Well, there we go. Later. And as you can see, things are blowing up now, and I'm not the one causing it. This is where things start getting crazy and really fun, and holy Christ, yeah. So we're gonna just try and... I find that I end up using my nitro a lot as just a way to get acceleration back from where I had none. And unfortunately, I've already burned all of my nitro. Oh my god, this is nuts. And this isn't even as crazy as the game gets. This isn't anything like cars raining from the sky. Yes, that is a thing that can... That is a pull that you can get in the random modifier. I'm gonna hope I can get out of the way. And that gives us a bit of nitro to try and get back in this thing, but I eat a log to the face. But in the end, all of that chaos managed to give us an extra bit of nitro, but I used it to plant myself in the direction of oncoming traffic and another log. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I guess that's a bit of a problem at times. Things can get a little too insane, and it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be, because there were car rain missions where things would just fall right in front of you with no way to get out of the way at all. And I'm gonna let those guys blow each other up in that little bit of chaos. I'm still not doing too good in the overall race because it's just way too many crashes. I don't think I'm going to get a good finish here, unfortunately, unless I get really lucky. Wow, there's so many of them right here. Let's just blow them all to shit. Alright, I am now in first. So all we have to do now is hang on to that lead. I'm going to punch it just in case. But the difficulty balance so far seems fair enough. Oh, lucky. That wasn't lucky. That was pure skill. I don't know why I did that. I just thought it would be funny. And I blew myself up doing it, but we were at the finish line anyway, so who gives an F, right? Wow. This is a high adrenaline game. Beat rival members to the next waypoint. This is another race. I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, I really like the guns. We're gonna pack an Uzi. Let's go with nitro gain up, critical damage up, max nitro up. Third time's a charm is you get 3 lives, but you lose 75% of your max health, which it's still pretty hard even when you have as ridiculous a hit point pool as I have right now. So let's go more cash gain up, and that's probably about all we're going to be able to do. Yeah, I'm not using melee weapons right now, so it's not really much point in upping my weapon durability. So, another race, I think. This is, yep, okay. Hallucinogenic Chemical Zone. Welcome to It's Raining Fucking Cars every goddamn where. These missions used to be ridiculous, and they were pretty hard to complete, and they felt really unfair a lot of the time, because cars would just fall right in front of you. It's usually not too hard to get first place in a lot of these missions like this now, because of the jump jets. So if you come across a mission like this later in the game, whoa, what the F happened there, dog? I'm gonna just put myself back on the track because I do not know what even happened. I do know that I shouldn't have nitroed immediately coming back, and that logs are dangerous. They're like the bane of your existence in this game, and there are a lot of log trucks that will just drop them on your dumb little head. So we're burning all of our nitro to catch up to the pack, and we see, oh lord. It's going to be a little difficult, but since they're bunched up, I might be able to work out a C4 cheapo victory here. Let's see. We got to be very careful. You've got to keep your eye on the road ahead of you. The enemies beside you. I went for the wrong direction there. To attack left and right, you use two different buttons. Pretty simple concept. Not too bad. I don't really know what happened there. But we're in third, we're near the end of the race. We've kind of got to hope that the second and first place guys are having as much trouble as we are. I don't think they are. Yeah, it looks a lot. Oh, Jesus. This is insane. But we are somehow in first. Let's punch it to make sure we stay in first. Woo! Woo! This game is intense. It's fucking intense. What can I say? So, I think this is about the point in the campaign where they kind of give you a bit of a break. Yeah, this is just to use jump jets to get to the waypoint. It's another rooftop mission. Not that bad. I'm going to go ahead and get our nitro back. We don't really need it for this mission, but I'm going to take it anyway. We're going to keep upping the stuff that we get for defeating enemies, just because it's a really big help. Let's grab another 45 health for no reason. But yeah, these missions themselves aren't that bad. It's a simple matter of just... It's platforming with a motorcycle, really. Just keeping your eye on your target in front of you. And sometimes that can be really hard with the fog, but it's usually not too hard to find your way. And sometimes you've got to do, like, you know, a full blast of your jets, and sometimes it's just a little bunny hop like that, and we're going to stay on course, very luckily. But these missions are usually pretty missions are usually pretty generous with the amount of time you have to complete them, and falling damage is not really that substantial. So let's try this again, and I'm not even sure where I'm going on that one. That was just kind of like, yep, that's a thing that happened. So I guess that shows me for saying, hey, these missiles are easy. There we go. Now I think we're on the right track. Sometimes you've got to work the camera with the right stick, or I guess if you're weirdo and using a keyboard and mouse, you would be using a keyboard and mouse to do that, which I don't know why you would play this game with a keyboard and mouse. It just seems like it would be weird. But sometimes you've got to work on your steering and the camera at the same time, and that can be a little much to handle, especially aiming the guns. But they added a recenter camera button by just clicking in the stick in a recent update. And that's made things a little easier, but we're going to finish this pretty handily. 15 seconds left. I should mention that I am playing version 0.824, which was released on November 8th of 2014. So this game will probably look a hell of a lot better, you know, if you're seeing this video a couple of months or so after. We're going to go with the longsword, because the sword is really fast, it's fun, and I think it's a one-hit kill no matter what. We're going to replace the Uzi, I think. And we'll go ahead and get our nitro back. Go ahead and increase our nitro while we're at it. Attack damage. I'm not seeing anything else. Here we go. We've got to kill 12 people. I'll C4 him for the fun of it. Pull out my sword. I'm going to hack some beaches now. That is so satisfying, it really is. And not satisfying is planting your face in a car, but I think we'll be fine. I could have taken out that truck. I probably should have with my C4, but I just didn't think. But we've already exhausted our sword, and I think that that's probably balanced, because that thing, like, you saw me just go apeshit with it. I think it's the fastest attack melee in the game. Attack melee, yes, attack melee. I need to focus on killing people here, so let's get to planting us some C4. We blew ourselves up in the process, but with a minute 50 left, I'm still comfortable. We've only got one C4 charge left. God damn, there was just nowhere to go on that one. Fucking logs and police officers. Right in your face. This guy is glowing because I think if he hits me, like, no matter what, even if I try to deflect, I'll blow up. Let's go for the truck. And hopefully that'll take out 2 dudes at once. As you can see, I'm eating a lot of damage here, and I'm only able to do this by virtue of the fact that I've played the game as long as I have and been able to upgrade myself as much as I have. And I took out that truck with the gun. I'm gonna try and get this guy, and I'm out of ammo, so we have a grenade launcher. We'll probably be able to get a kill with this. We'll blow ourselves up in the process, because that's always fun. And I wasted a grenade there at the end. Not sure why I did that, but hey, sometimes you just want to fucking shoot a grenade. Alright, a kicks and grabs mission, so ooh, this might be a little rough. The later missions in the game that involve kicks and grabs can be a little bit of a pain in the dick if you have a dick. If you don't have a dick, I apologize. We might as well go for attack damage. I don't think we really need much else, so cash gain up, double cash on this track, and just take the health upgrade for why the fuck not at this point, right? We're kind of steamrolling things at this point. Alright, this shouldn't be too bad. In fact, why am I blowing people up with my grenade launcher? That's not what I should be doing. But we've got a lot of oncoming traffic, or we used to, but let's just run off into the abyss if we can't run people off into traffic. We're gonna have a nice little play date off the side of the road. Yeah. And check that out. It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's going to smash your fucking face. Come here, come here. Yes! There we go. Those are just, again, they're satisfying when you do them right, but even when you faceplant yourself doing it, it looks and feels really dumb in a great way. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I did get a kill there somehow. I guess I got my hand on him before the log hit. So I guess that's good in some way. Or it's valid. Okay, come here. It's like we're going on a little date. It's just like, hey, I want to show you this car. I guess that would be a weird date, wouldn't it? If it's like, hey, let's go look at this car. This is a great date. And then, you know, you go and you show your respective lover, or perspective? It's a word I'm looking for. I can't talk and play this game. It's just fucking all the time. This game plays at 11 and never stops. Come here. Come here. We need to talk. Yes! Yeah, and again, that's not how you have to do it. You can just edge them over into the oncoming traffic yourself. For some reason, and again, I don't know why, but there's a move where you can bounce people off the handlebars. See, there you go. I did it appropriately. I don't like that you can take damage after a race is over either. I think that's something else that probably needs to be fixed up a little bit. But we are heading into the final level now. And when I first got here, I was kind of amazed, and I've already done a video of it on my YouTube before, but since we're nearing the end of the playthrough, you know, we're going to see it again. I don't want either of these weapons, or I don't want the tactical axe. So I'm just going to stick with the grenade launcher and the revolver. And our final upgrades, we're going to just pump as much into getting as much experience as we can, I think. So, experience gain up. And I don't guess there's much else we can do other than just doubling the cash we get. Yeah, not really much else we can do. But this final track is amazing, and it just hits you out of nowhere. And even though it's like really, really fucking out of, I guess, the theme of the rest of the game, it still feels weirdly appropriate, and I'm already doing wonderfully by riding under the track. I'm going to be making use of the grenade launcher here as much as I possibly can. But yeah, fucking Rainbow Road, right? I mean, why not? Right over their heads. Fantastic. You want to be careful with jump jets on this area because they're way floatier than you think they are, so it's easier to just do little bunny hops to correct yourself than it is to try and, like, oh, yeah, there we go. Just put me back on the track. Let's not waste time here. I'm not sure if that put me back on the track thing is going to be in the final game. It seems to be, like, I'm not sure if it's an admission of mechanics being not quite finished yet, or if it's just there to be tested. Oh, yeah. So, not doing so hot in this race right now, but we're going to try and eke out a win. Can I corner and... Oh, that was fucking slick. You love it. You know it. Who's your mommy? Oh, God, it feels so good. Let's blow everybody up. I know I put myself in 7th doing that, but I don't anticipate having many problems getting those ranks back. Oh, dear. Oh, wow. That was great. So, yeah, probably not going to finish so hot on this track unless I can get a really good run going here. Or unless, you know, the AI decides to play a little nicer than it is right now. But I'm not feeling confident about a win here, I guess. But that's okay. We've had a pretty good run so far. I'm going to not blow this guy up and just kind of do the race thing. Nailed him. And I'm going to use that nitro to get out of this situation and off of the track. Spectacular. I placed 4th. So, an unfortunate end to an otherwise really good run. You can retry it if you want, but you only have that option on just the current, like a normal campaign. In Campaign Plus, if you fail a mission, you're done. And things are way harder in New Game Plus. But I made it to level 12. I finished it. I picked up 3,315 experience. And as you can see, this is the permanent upgrades. These are the things that when you end your run, be it with a success or a failure, you can start upgrading. So, you know, you can start by increasing your health. You get an extra 15 health every level. This upgrades your bike. You take less damage. You know, increase the health you gain from sources, like by killing other drivers and all that fun stuff. I don't really understand start on level 3 with $1,500 because once you use it, it seems permanent, but for some reason right now, since the game updated, it's still starting me at stage 1, which I'm okay with because I like to play all 12 stages. This unlocks an additional 6 slots in the store when you're playing through the game, and when you start out, you only have 6 slots, but I had 12 slots, as you saw during my playthrough. So, yeah, so kind of winding down here, but as you can see, you know, you can do things like increase your experience, increase the ammunition you get from everything, increases the damage critical strikes do, all of that fun stuff. And then the final one is just doubles your total hit points at the end, which is why you end up with such a high amount of hit points. But I imagine that is because you have, you know, like once you complete the normal campaign, you go into Campaign Plus, which is, again, way harder and way more strict with how you can, you know, approach objectives, and if you fail objectives, you're done. So we're just gonna dump everything into all of this, and that's basically all of our cash. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this for some weird reason, and that's Road Redemption. I think it's a really great game. The developers have been very much in contact with the community and paying attention to the concerns and criticisms, and they respond to things fairly quickly. I've even had the opportunity to speak with Ian Fish personally, because once you beat the game, this version gives you his home phone number, and I ended up calling him up and talking for about 10 or so minutes. And it was really cool. And, you know, again, I know this sounds really weird for me to be endorsing this game so much, but as you can see, I have a great deal of fun just playing it. And, you know, as far as an early access project goes, it's been a very solid experience. So if you liked what you saw, I would definitely say hop on over and pick up a copy. It's really fun. As you can, like I said, as you can see, I had a fucking great time with it. So, with that, we up out. I love you all. Mwah.